All right, so let's do a part number 3 of this informative garbage news review by this Australian bloke, Tristan. All right, let's see how he starts his review first. Let's listen to how he starts his review. And I want you to pay close attention to what he says. And then I'll follow back to what he says. But let's go through it. Let's do this. Here we go.
After the past 3 years of cryptic and confusing teaser trailers, the question on everyone's lips has been, what exactly is Death Stranding? Well, now we know, and the answer is complicated.
Try it out and you'll see what I mean.
The first post-Konami game from...
First he tells you, well, you want to know what this game it's all about? Here, let me tell you, now we know. And then he goes like, well, it's complicated. So hold on a second. So you're trying to tell me that you want us to know what this game is all about, but then you tell us it's complicated. So it means you have no clue what this game is all about. Well, let's listen to it again. Let's start again, just so we can listen to him again. Hold on. Here we go.
The question on everyone's lips has been, what exactly is Death Stranding? Well, now we know.
What exactly is Death Stranding? Now we know. And what's your answer? Complicated. So you don't know. So you're talking out of your butt. You're talking out of your ass. You have no clue what this game is all about. Because you didn't invest enough time. 3 weeks wasn't enough for you because what were you doing? You were probably playing Fortnite. Or I don't know, screwing your girlfriend or something. Or doing some other shit. You didn't invest too much time into this game to truly appreciate and connect the dots to figure out what the message is about this game. But no, you're going to tell us it's complicated. It's complicated. Yeah, of course it's complicated because your millennial brain can't seem to understand that. Your bold millennial brain cannot seem to understand that. This guy is bold, by the way. Sorry. I called you out, so what? I don't care. I don't like you to begin with, dude. I don't even like your first and last name. How about that? Let's go again. Let's listen to this clown. Let's go.
After the past 3 years of cryptic and confusing teaser trailers, the question on everyone's lips has been, what exactly is Death Stranding?
The questions everybody loops is, what is Death Stranding? Do you want me to tell you what Death Stranding is about? It's about humans being out of touch due to the I don't want to spoil it, due to something that has happened to the world, where everyone has become isolated, where everyone has become out of touch with the human touch. And Sam Bridges' job is to bring back that human touch, to bring back people together. But you didn't get that message. You didn't get that message because you're too focused on the walking simulator. You're too focused on this character walking. That was your main focus. You didn't see the graphics. You didn't see the characters. All you saw was the walking simulator. But let's listen to this. It's difficult for me to listen to this because this guy is just fucking terrible. Should be fired. It's fucking terrible. But let's go.
Well, now we know, and the answer is complicated.
Try it out and you'll see what I mean.
The first post-Konami game from famed designer Hideo Kojima is a boldly inventive slab of sci-fi, fastidiously crafted and host to some truly breathtaking spectacles. But it's also a cross-country crawl that frequently finds itself mired in an exhausting amount of inventory management, backtracking, one-note mission design, and unprecedentedly arduous travel. Hideo Kojima may have earned his legions of fans by allowing them to be a snake, but in Death Stranding, he's asking them to be a snail.
What about the graphics? What about the story? What about the character? You're just focused on this guy walking and then you show a motorcycle. Now look at this irony, and that's why I paused it here. You were mocking Hideo Kojima. Obviously you don't like Hideo Kojima. You never played in Metal Gear. You maybe heard about it and played it just a tiny little bit somewhere along the line and you didn't like it because there was too many cutscenes and dialogue because you didn't give a shit about it, because your millennial brain can't seem to fathom that. Okay, so what you do, you go right on attacking the Kojima, and then you say, and then you offend us. You offend Kojima and you offend us who are fans. How dare you offend me? I'm not a snail. I'm a snake, a walking snake. How dare you? Okay, and then you show a motorcycle. You bitching and moaning about him walking, and then you show a motorcycle. Look at the irony on that shit. Look at the irony right there. But I don't know. I'm having a difficult time listening to this shit. This is difficult for me to watch this crap. Well, let's go. Damaged goods. And look, he's showing a goddamn motorcycle. Damaged goods.
The Death Stranding in question is the name given to a cataclysmic event that only small pockets of humanity, the Monster Energy Drink Corporation, and a social media-inspired status system have survived.
Thanks for your help.
You are Sam Porter Bridges, a post-apocalyptic postman played by The Walking Dead's Norman Reedus. He's on a quest to reconnect the isolated remnants of civilization and save his sister, and yes, that's a ghost-detecting baby strapped to his chest. Sam is allied in this pursuit by a quirky cast of characters with even quirkier names like Heartman and Die Hard.
Again, here we go. He's attacking. He's constantly attacking. He's attacking the characters. They're calling him quirky. Then he's attacking the idea that Kojima brought here, the fact that only social media survived due to the technology. And Sam Bridges is trying to also save his sister and bring people back together. He's trying to bring people back together. He's trying to reconnect the cities and trying to reunite us, which sends a really good message to the world that we're living in today. And the world we're living in today, it's very divisive. I don't know if how you guys are and have you looked around what's going on in the world, but it's very divided. The world, and especially this country, it's very divided. So this is sending a message to bring across, to bring us together. But you missed out on that. You didn't get that message, or you just ignored that message. I think you ignored it. So constantly you're attacking from the beginning. You're not even reviewing. You have an agenda. This review, it's like set up specifically to have a certain agenda against this game. He's not talking about Decima Engine. He's talking about attacking the characters, attacking the story. Then he says you're just walking, yet he shows a motorcycle. All right, well, right there, I just showed you. He showed the motorcycle while he's saying that you are walking. I don't know, was he there when they were editing the video or when he was recording this audio? I don't know how IGN set it up, but sure as hell, I don't think he saw the video when they were putting it together. They were showing the motorcycle while he says that you are a snail on a motorcycle, a really cool motorcycle. Let's go back to that motorcycle. Where is that motorcycle? Hold on. Oh yeah, it is right here. Look at that motorcycle. Hold on. I'll show you in a second. Here, look. Look at that motorcycle. Dual wheels with the neon lights around it. And then he calls him a snail. He calls him a snail. Really, dude? Really? So that's why I'm having a difficulty with this reviewer. If this reviewer was honest and was giving an honest key points to criticize the game, then fine. But he automatically went on the same way that other girl, Kelly, went on a Days Gone. I don't like the bikers. Why the bikers are here? I don't want the bikers. Automatically having a prejudice. And this guy has some kind of a prejudice against Kojima, has a prejudice against the fact that you are sending a positive message to reconnect the people. He's having some kind of an agenda. Obviously, when you're looking at this video, is clear as a fucking day. Okay? And that's why I'm upset with this clown. And this clown should be fired. This Tristan, sorry mate, you need to be fired. But is IGN's gonna fire you? I don't know. But they should fire you. Because this is total fucking horseshit. You're not a reviewer. Mate, what you are, it's a clown with a prejudice. Clown with some kind of hate in his heart. That has a problem with fucking Kojima for some fucking reason. Let's go.
Be a snake, But in Death Stranding, he's asking them to be a snake.
No, let's go move forward. Let's go move forward.
Literal inventory system ever conceived in a video game. Not only does Sam's personal inventory very easily become a comically oversized Jenga tower of case trailers, the question on everyone's lips has been, what exactly is Death Stranding? Well, now, slowing things down even further are the BTs, or beached things, which haunt the many rainy areas of the map. Sam is initially defenseless against these supernatural enemies and must crouch walk past them with bated breath.
So what? That's a challenge. That these BTs are there. These entities. It's a challenge. And yes, so what if you have to carry all these things? It's a challenge. It's a different type of a game with a challenge. Okay? That's what it is. It's a new IP. Which part of new IP don't you not understand? Which part of it's a new type of a gameplay don't you not understand? Okay? If the game has a problem with the mechanics or AI, then you can criticize it. But you're criticizing the game simply because of the nature of the game. How do you know? How the hell do you know that people are not going to like it? How do you know? Because of your goddamn opinion, we're all supposed to bow down to your sorry fucking ass and believe what you said. So fuck you, Tristan. Fuck you, IGN. Fuck you, Tristan. Okay? You're a piece of shit, dude. I'm calling you out right now. If you're watching this video, dude, you are a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Is what you are. And you should be fired, dude. And I can't even listen to this motherfucker. That's how bad and cringy this cocksucker is, dude. I cannot. Alright? You want to call me salty? Call me salty. But this guy obviously has no clue how to review a game. He's just criticizing, complaining, bitching, and moaning about everything. Is there one single good aspect for you about this game? Is there one good single aspect for you here? Did you say one single good thing about this game? No. Everything's... The characters are quirky with the quirky names. They look goofy. You're calling out these characters. You're prejudiced against these characters. You're prejudiced against the story. You don't like the fact that there's social media and Norman Reedus is communicating through that, but it's also trying to bring people back together. You're not talking about the greater message here. Why? Because you did not understand the story. You did not understand the message. You don't get it. Your millennial bold brain does not get it. Yes, I'm calling you out, motherfucker. Your millennial bold brain doesn't fucking get it. You don't get it. I'm using my freedom of speech, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck who you work. Okay, it doesn't mean shit to me. I'm gonna call you out what you are. You piece of shit, dude. And you should never, you should never, ever review a fucking game ever again, dude. That's how terrible you are. And I have nothing against Australian people. I like Australia. I like Australians. I met many Australians. But you, mate, you suck. You suck terribly. Terribly. I'm having a difficult time watching this again. It's really pissing me off, dude.
Encounters with BT certainly ratchet up the tension to survival horror levels the first few times around, turning otherwise unassuming dunes into scary silent hills. But they're ultimately easy to avoid if you walk slowly enough, becoming yet another of Death Stranding's many mechanics seemingly designed.
So what? It's a challenge. It's in the beginning of the game. It's in the beginning of the game till you can access the vehicles, till you can build the roads. It's a challenge. So it's a challenge. You have a problem with a challenge. You want people to give you everything. You want people to give you everything on a silver platter. Is that what it is? You want everything to be given to you on a silver platter. It's a challenge. It's a challenging game. That's a challenge. Have you played a Pac-Man? Have you played a Pac-Man? Have you played Tetris? Have you played the Frogger? And how difficult the Frogger is? Have you played these old games? Have you played Paperboy? Have you played any of the games in the past? Are you a gamer? No, you're not. You're a millennial with a very shitty brain that I don't fucking understand. And you suck, dude. You fucking suck as a reviewer. And that's why you're climbing up with all these dislikes. Because you're not giving any legitimate criticism. Where's your legitimate criticism? You're attacking the characters, the way they're being named. Call him quirky. You're judging the characters based on how they look, discriminating them immediately. You're immediately discriminating the characters. You're immediately attacking the character's name, and you're immediately attacking this idea that Sam Reedus has to deliver and it has to reconnect people together. You don't like that. And you're totally ignoring dynamic weather. You're totally ignoring the Decima engine graphics. You're totally ignoring the characters. You don't talk about these characters too much, except just calling them quirky. Quirky. Yeah, attacking them right away. So Hideo Kojima spent 5 years working on these characters, and they're quirky. I don't trust you. I don't believe you, dude. You got an issue. You got a problem. You got a huge problem with the characters here for some fucking reason. Maybe because you're prejudiced. I don't know what your deal is, dude. I don't know what your deal is. But I'm calling you out the way I see it. Because you suck, dude. Totally suck. Terrible. This is the worst review ever. This is worse than Days Gone. Okay, I'm not agreeing with the Days Gone review that the GameSpot did. Obviously, she sucks too. She was totally prejudiced against the bikers, like, oh, motorcycle gang, blah, 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 why they're here saving the world, like there's some kind of evil people or something. Again, a prejudice. Prejudice. That's what this millennials Antifa fucking brain thinks about. Okay, that's what they are. I'm calling you out, motherfuckers. Okay? You don't intimidate me. I intimidate people. Remember that. I intimidate people. No one fucking intimidates me. Not this fucking Bosnian. Alright? So you suck, dude. Mate, you suck. Even if Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, was here, he would cuss you out. He would say, you're a disgrace. Mate, you're a fucking disgrace for making this review. Even he would say that. And I like Hugh Jackman. I like that Australian. I like Hugh Jackman. I like Russell Crowe. I like Guy Pearce. But you, mate, you suck. You suck. Suck. Maybe you suck a cock. I don't know. You suck. Anyway, let's go. And I don't give a rat's ass how many dislikes I get here. Doesn't bother me. I'm calling you out for what you are.
Designed purely to put the brakes on your progress. Eventually, Sam is given the weaponry to tackle BTs in their monstrous form head on. And there's no question that each face-off against these imposing threats presents an incredibly slick spectacle. Yet even when you do manage to scramble and take down one of these nightmarish beasts, your victory is often insultingly hollow. Your reward is...
So what? You have a weapon. You have enemies. So you're now walking. You're fighting. You have enemies. You have equipment. You have inventory, just like in Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. You have inventory that you can use. Okay? But don't expect Kojima to give you everything all at once. You want Kojima to give you everything on a silver platter. Here, just give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give me everything on a goddamn silver platter. Well, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You have to challenge yourself. Reward yourself. You do have rewards. He's lying. It's not true. You have rewards. I looked at other reviewers, the legitimate reviewers out there, okay? GameSpot, Allied reviews. There's other ones out there who understand the basis of what Hideo Kojima is trying to bring here. This guy doesn't get it. He doesn't fucking get it. Okay? So, you have weapons. You have inventory. You have customizations. You can unlock the vehicles. You can unlock the trucks, armored vehicles. You can unlock the gliding scooters. And yes, you can upgrade. And yes, there's the side missions. And yes, there's other things you can do beside the main missions. But you totally didn't mention that. You totally didn't bother to cover all that. All you're doing is attacking this game and complaining. And even after this boss, you said, "Oh, I defeated the boss, but it's a very shitty reward." It depends on the enemy that you defeat. It depends on your skill levels. It depends on how much have you actually gained the experience points and levels. People are going to say, "How do you know that?" Because I watched other reviewers who spoiled a little bit for me. I watched other reviewers. He's not the only reviewer. There's other reviewers out there on the internet who talked about this game. But he totally missed out on the graphics. He totally ignored the graphics. The graphics, it's something that doesn't even concern him. This might have been even be I don't know, Tetris game with like an 8-bit. This could have been an 8-bit graphics, and he still wouldn't give a shit about the graphics. He totally ignored the graphics. Listen, man, I cannot go through this clown. I already watched this. I can't, dude. This guy is just a disgrace. He's complaining about everything. He's complaining about him walking. He's complaining about the challenges that he has to go come across. It's a challenge. It's a game. It's a challenge. There's a challenge involved. It's not an easy game. It's a challenge. That's what makes it so unique, because it is challenging. If it was so easy, then what would be the okay? If it was an easy game, then you would complain that it was too easy. But now you're complaining because it's too challenging. Make up your mind, dude. Okay? But we all know what's going on here. You got paid by IGN to say this shit. IGN needs the views because their platform is freaking dying. All they're talking about is movies and TV shows. They barely talk about the video games anymore. So their platform is dying. Their informative garbage news is dying. It's a dying platform. Independent individuals like me and others and Joe Rogan, and that's what's taking over. That's what's getting the views. It's not the mainstream media. Mainstream media is dying. It's a dying platform. They're just living off the sponsors. But it's a dying platform. No one watches that crap anymore. People watch this. A real dude. An independent dude. Not a clown like you who gets paid by informative garbage news. And I can be, listen guys, I can be nice about this shit. If this guy was legitimately fair and genuine, and I really do mean this, if he was genuine and fair, maybe I would give him some props. But he's not. He's being very, very annoying, and he's very prejudiced. He's attacking immediately. Like a clown. You might as well put Quantum TV to review this fucking game with this asshole. He's as equal as the other guy. It's really that bad. It's like annoying and cringeworthy. It's just horrible to watch. Horrible to watch. And what's even worse is these stupid comments down here. These stupid comments. And I left a comment. I said, and every single one of you down on the comments will buy the game, which is true. So then, what's with all the trash talk about this game? Is this some new millennials crap I'm supposed to understand? No one replied because they have nothing to say. Because they know I'm telling the truth. They got nothing to say. They have nothing to say because their millennials brain cannot reach that far to reply. Okay? I'm not going to go through all this garbage here. All these millennials, man, they're shit for brains. I'm not going to read that crap. Okay? It's just terrible, dude. The worst review ever. The worst review ever. Okay? And this really shows you where we are in a society. We have millennials, these brainless millennials on one side, and then we have us, the true gamers, who truly understand the game and who totally get it and understand what Hideo Kojima is trying to bring here. We get it, they don't, and who gives a shit? The game is going to sell out, the game is going to make gazillions of money, so the game's going to be successful whether you like it or not. So there you have it. Okay? That's not a spoiler. That's a guarantee. I guarantee you that. 100%. So there you go. And this will be my last video about this crap. I just wanted to put a trilogy chapter, the end chapter, on this clown and this informative garbage news. I just wanted to put it like a dent to it. A stamp to it. So that he fucking gets it. I hope he sees this fucking video, dude. Please, I hope you're watching this goddamn video, mate. You're a clown. You're terrible. You're the turd that has been flushed in the toilets. That's how far you are, to me personally. I can't even listen to you, dude. You're annoying and terrible. You're like a waterboarding to my ears. Cringy, annoying and fucking terrible. And worst of all, shit for brains. Yeah. So there you go. I'm calling you out. Terrible. This is the worst review in the history of mankind. This guy needs to be fucking fired. They need to sign the petition and fire this fucking guy. They should sign the petition against the fucking IGN for this kind of horseshit. Yes. For this kind of unfair horseshit that they're putting out there. Purposely they're putting this horseshit out there. And I'm willing to fucking call it out. And I'm not the only one that's calling it out. The Quartering's calling it out. Other YouTubers are calling it out. Other major big YouTubers are calling out. They're calling this review a trash. Okay? Goddamn trash. And people are going to find out on Friday that this review it's the trash. Wait till the game's released. On Monday, November 11th, this is going to skyrocket. The dislike ratio is going to skyrocket even more because people are going to realize that this guy's full of shit. They're going to realize that this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And the dislike ratio is going to go even higher and higher and higher and higher. Probably like 50,000, 70,000, maybe 100,000. Let's make it a 1 million dislike. I would love to see a 1 million dislike. By Thanksgiving, I would love to see a 1 million dislikes. And just shove it. Shove it to the IGN and shove it to this clown. Yeah, that's what we need to do. As a true gamer, that's what we need to do. Send a message out there. Let these motherfuckers know, hey, asshole, you should not even be authorized to review. And IGN already failed as a company, as an editor who allows this type of review to be even approved. If the editor of the IGN approves this type of review, what does this say about the IGN? What does this say about the informative garbage news? That's exactly what it says about it. It's informative garbage news. It's exactly what it is. So there you have it. There's my trilogy is completed. I said what I needed to say. The worst review in the history of video games.